So you probably moved or are thinking about moving to the Netherlands as a student this summer. And you're wondering what are the important things that you need to do before and after arriving in your student city. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the standard package of what you need to expect when moving to the Netherlands as a student.
Where if you won't do some things, you're gonna theoretically be deported. Basically, there are three housing options when you will come to move to the Netherlands. A room, a studio and an apartment. The main difference between a room and a studio is that the studio has its own kitchen and own bathroom. So when it comes to the prices, for a room you will pay around 400 and 700 euros on average. For a studio you will pay around 700 to 1000 euros. And for an apartment you will pay upwards from 1000 euros.
And secondly, we'll be talking about the options that you have when it comes to finding housing. You have pretty much three options again: websites, Facebook groups, or agencies. When it comes to websites, the most known ones are Pararius and Kamernet, and we have also had experiences prior in our interviews that people use Funda, for example. But the problem is that in the summer, there's so many people that are applying for these rooms that landlord cannot get back to everyone. So you will get in situations in which you send 100 messages and you get 2 to 3 responses back.
This was also our case, so
we understand the situation. On the other hand, when sending messages on Facebook groups, you will never truly know who you're talking to. And there's many situations in which, as on Kamernet or other websites, you will never receive an answer back. But because of this, we have created our own Facebook groups where we try to bring safety to everyone in our community. We are moderating them daily, so we have 0 scammers, and we are trying just to give you another helping hand when it comes to using tools on the internet.
we put the links in the description and you can check them out.
3, we want to mention that we have our own social media accounts where we are posting informational videos, interviews with people on the street where they are talking about their experiences with housing.
Now we will be talking about what you can do after you will move to the Netherlands. So we have 5 tips in total, and I think that the first one is the most important of them. So now we will talk about registration and making your own BSN. In order to make your BSN, you have to be registered at an address. For this, you have to make an appointment.
If you've never heard about the term BSN, we can explain it to you right now. A BSN is a citizen service number through which the authorities in the Netherlands can identify you. This is extremely important because without this, you cannot legally stay in the Netherlands. Alongside this, you will need to install an application called DigiD, which in English is DigiD for us. Through this application, the government and the municipality in the Netherlands is able to contact you about all of the information and changes that you need to know about.
Secondly, the next step will be to get a Maestro card, because most of the grocery stores do not accept a MasterCard or a Visa card.
Actually, I had an experience exactly with this when I tried to make my own Maestro card, but it didn't work in the beginning, didn't follow through with it, and then I had to keep on taking money from the ATM through my Visa card, and all of the expenses just kept on adding up. So at the end, I just made my own card, and now I'm so much more happy.
So the 3 main options in order to get a Maestro card are ABN AMRO, ING Bank and Rabobank. Be aware that the process can take up to 1 or 2 weeks, so do it as fast as you can.
3, we definitely need to talk about bikes, transportation and travel. When you come to the Netherlands, as you can see on social media, there's a ton of bikes. When it comes to going short distances, a bike is way more useful than anything else. So you have multiple options. You can be renting, as I do, from Swapfiets, where they have a monthly plan where you pay around 15 euros, I think, a month. Or you can buy your own bike from Facebook Marketplace or dedicated shops for bikes. I personally bought multiple bikes from Facebook for 50 euros, but they were very bad.
I also bought a bike from a dedicated shop for 120 euros and it is still working now.
When it comes to other means of transportation, you can use the bus, the tram, or the metro. Each ride depends on the distance, but you can expect paying from 2 to 3 euros for each of those. Alongside this, you have also scooters, which you can use like Czech or Felix, but you need to have a driving license for them. And lastly, we definitely need to talk about trains. When we came here for the first time, we had no idea that when we left the airport, we would need to pay 30 euros for a train ride, which for us was extremely expensive. But the thing that is really good about trains and also the entire system in the Netherlands when it comes to travel is that they are all on time.
Now we will talk about groceries. So we are coming from Romania and people in general told us that the prices in the Netherlands will be higher. So here in the Netherlands there are 2 main supermarkets from where you can buy your groceries. These are called Jumbo and Albert Heijn. If you want to go more on a budget, you can choose Lidl for your groceries. For 1 liter of milk you will pay around 1 euro. For a half liter of beer you will pay around 1 euro and 25 cents. For 1 kilogram of chicken fillet you will pay around 10 to 12 euros. For 12 eggs you will pay around 4 to 5 euros. Also notice that the vegetables and fruits are fresh. Also, we recommend you to buy an air fryer because this will save you a lot of time.
And as we mentioned in the beginning, we want to give you a free bonus tip on how to make money. I personally work at Subway for around 5 to 6 months and I applied for Duo Student Finance, which means that you get a basic grant if you work around 20 to 30 hours, depending on the age you are. Using this, you can make even up to 1,000 euros a month.